It's such a great year in the year 2008. I finally decided to buy myself an Xbox so I can play games like Tales of Vesperia and Blaze Blue. I can't wait to see what else the future has in store for me for good games I can play with myself and my peers. It is such a sucky year for 2011, 2012, 2013. There are no good games that I want for the Xbox. I mean, there's Call of Duty, but that's not my thing. I wish there was a game that I would like. Maybe if I went on the internet, I could find it. Tales of Xillia. Yeah, that's a really cool game, except it's for the PS3. Sometimes I wish I got a PS3 instead of an Xbox. Whatever, it's just one game. It's not like there's going to be a groundbreaking game that I need to get for the PS3. Okay, yes, I finally broke down and got a PS3. First game I got with it was Tales of Xillia. And I've played it for like 6 hours at one of my friend's house, and I was in and out of the plot, not really sure the entire story, but this is kind of my first look at it, and it's really good so far. I really like the pacing. When you start off the game, there's like a 30-second cartoon of Jude and Milla, and then you gotta choose who. So I chose Jude just because he seemed like a nice guy. He is. He's very nice. He's very courteous, as one of the guards said before he tried to kill him. And I like how they show like a good contrast between Milla and Jude, and then they flip it, in the sense that Jude hasn't really had any fighting experience, but Milla is basically a demigod at the beginning of the game, and she can just wipe out everything, and Jude kind of needs her to get out of the fucking dungeon they're in alive, and she's like, oh, okay, I can see you now. And then afterwards, when Milla loses her power, Jude's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll protect you, since you kind of be a dick move to leave you there and die. That's nice. It's a good, like, trade-off, and it's not that Milla's a damsel in distress. She's far from that. She just can't do this on her own right now. She needs help, and it's kind of hard for her to accept that, but she is grateful for it. So after you fight that bitch in red, you're about to fall, and there's somebody watching you, and you don't know who it is, but he has this emblem on the back of his jacket, and then you fall, and then it plays the amazing opening, and it's just well timed, and it's just so good. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's Progress, Tales of Xillia opening. I can't remember the artist on top of me. But the only issue when they show the opening, as soon as they show the guy with the jacket watching you, it shows Alvin, and he has the same jacket as the guy does. I wonder what that means. Milla and Jude try to escape, and they're caught by guards, or almost caught by guards if it wasn't for Alvin. So he comes in, and he busts a few heads, and I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about Alvin, but he's a pretty cool guy, I don't know. He's kind of a mix between Zelos and Yuri, because he's all like, hello there, ladies, and he's cocky and, like, charismatic, but he's kind of an Undertaker, or dark and edgy. On here. The combat of the game, or the combat, as I talk about it, is really good so far. They've kind of gone away with the old Tales traditions of having you use base arts and then go to arcane arts and then master arts or what have you for each different game. But they have the CP or whatever, like in Graces, and Graces was, so I didn't know about this. But it works really well because you can do normal attacks with art attacks. Just combine them any way you want, make your own combo, and that's really cool. The one issue that evolves from this is that your combos can become too insane, especially with the AI, because magic is even more cheap in this game than other games because you can move freely after you cast a spell. so you can just destroy enemies. So when you're fighting a boss, it compensates for this by having the boss tech out of combos after a certain number of hits, which is pretty cool, but it takes away the satisfaction of pinning down a boss and hitting her with your own combo that you made with the AI assist. But I guess that's something you need to have, or else the game will kind of become a Vesperia slaughter fest. And I like how each of the characters has a gimmick, but it's just very simple. Milla can either just use a spell normally, or if you tap the spell button that she's gonna use, she'll use that as like an offensive art. And I like Jude's backdashing. It's really fun. Alvin's charging skills is pretty cool, but it's kind of hard. I'd find it hard to use against bosses because they're going to be running after you, so you don't have a lot of time. I can't wait to see how that works out. So far, I really like this game, and I can't wait to see where it goes, and, to talk about more about the plot, contrasting elements, themes, and all that. So, if you like this video at all, let me know if you want to hear more, and I'll try to get things more concise and more organized in my next video. Thanks for watching.